Welcome back. It takes dozens of people to ensure that our firefighters make it home safely each night. We're here again at Fire Maintenance and Resource Division with Larry LaBarbera. Thanks so much for having us out again.
Oh, nice to see you, Marissa.
Larry, I know that you do a lot more than just repair the vehicles and apparatus here at Fire Maintenance and Resource. Can you tell me about some of the other duties?
Sure. The other section of fire maintenance have two technicians that take care of all the rescue equipment. And as you can see right here, they got a spreader tool, which is a rescue tool that's carried on a ladder truck to save lives. They got it all disassembled. They're inspecting it. They're going to test it and make sure it's certified and ready to go back on the truck and to perform like it's supposed to.
Now that's the jaws of life that we always hear about?
Correct. That's a spreader tool right there, but there's various types.
Okay. Is there any other equipment here we can look at?
Yeah, back here there's a rescue saw, and this thing will cut through anything. Right now they're performing preventive maintenance on it, and we do that once a year as well. Over here we have SCBAs, 45-minute bottles. These are tested biannually. We go ahead and run a testing on it, repair, replace, certify the unit itself. Plus we test the bottles as well with a video camera, go inside the bottle, check it, make sure it's good to go. We also have a vendor that does hydro testing for us on the bottles itself.
Okay, so we saw some small equipment and then we also saw the SCBAs. Are there other types of equipment that the firefighters use that also have to go through this same kind of inspection or testing process?
Well, we have ladders that we have to do. All our hose has to be tested annually. Ladders have to be tested annually. We're also maintaining all the nozzles that are carried on the trucks, which are very expensive. They're about $1,800 a piece. So we got to make sure we're PM and properly servicing those as well.
And when you're saying they have to be tested, is that because there's some kind of standard that we need to meet?
There's an NFPA standard that covers all that.
You talked a little bit about preventative maintenance and then the required inspections by code. Does that help in the overall lifespan of these pieces of equipment?
Well, it's the same thing like big apparatus, you know, how we maintain them and make sure they're maintained and serviced when they need to be. It's the same thing with small equipment. We get more life out of it because we're so good with our maintenance and servicing.
And when these come in, what are the firefighters using? If you have their equipment here in the shop, what happens for them out in the field?
They use secondary units or reserve units.
Okay. All right. Well, I'd like to take a look at the turnouts also and learn a little bit about the process that happens with the turnouts when they come here.
Well, come on with me and I'll show you the warehouse. Marissa, this is where we keep our turnouts, our stock of turnouts.
Okay. So can you tell me about the turnouts? I mean, what are they used for? Obviously, it's part of the protection that the firefighters wear, but the lifespan, the weight?
Well, the weight of the turnout is about 25 pounds. When the firefighter's all turned out and ready to go, he's probably got 100 pounds of equipment and turnout on him.
Yeah, because they're wearing this and the SCBAs.
Correct, and that's to protect them from fire or whatever else they got going.
And there's a standard that these have to meet just like the other equipment that we talked about?
Right, just like everything else in an NFPA standard.
Okay. And what's the lifespan of?
We're getting about 8 to 10 years out of them.
Okay. All right. So all of the preventative maintenance and the inspection and washing, it's really worth it because we're extending the life of the equipment and the products that we use.
That's correct.
Okay. And when this comes into Resource, I'm sure there's a whole system of transferring them from the firefighters here to Resource and getting them in and out. And like you said, they have reserves in the meantime. So
right.
How exactly does that work?
Well, it's a little complicated, but we kind of coordinate it real tight, and we have to do it through the battalion chief's office. We do it on a battalion basis. The guys bag their stuff up, send it to the battalion. The guys pick it up and bring it in. We send it to our vendor, and the vendor cleans them. They inspect, test, and clean all the turnouts.
Okay, so what is that delivery system, and how does that work?
Well, come on, let's take a walk at the other warehouse, and I'll show you how it works. Okay. So, Marissa, this is the warehouse that we were talking about.
Okay, and you said that the mail and delivery runners work out of this warehouse. So what exactly are their duties and what are they doing?
Well, what their duties are is they supply the guys out in the field at the stations. What happens is guys will call in, they'll pull the orders, they'll go ahead and fill the orders, put them in the trucks, load them up in the trucks, and take them to the stations. They also do SCBAs, oxygen, med supplies, cleaning supplies. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of supplies in this warehouse. We deliver those to the station so they can do their job.
Okay, and how many stations are we talking about? And are they just doing this weekly or monthly?
They do it daily.
Okay.
And there's 18 stations.
Okay. And that's really important because these are the things that keep the firefighters able to respond on their calls.
That's right.
Thank you, Larry, so much for having us here at the warehouse. I really learned a lot being behind the scenes and really getting to see the daily operation that really no one gets to see, that keeps our firefighters in service and being able to run on the different calls and emergencies.
Well, thanks a lot, Marissa. I appreciate you giving us the chance to showcase our warehouse and what we do.
And thank you for watching What's on Fire. We hope to see you next time, and until then, stay safe.